king. Next, powers of the government were divided into three institutions. Yes, the power of the government were divided into three organs, that were the legislature, executive and judiciary. And can you remember, children, this proposal was given by which philosopher of the French Revolution? Anybody can try? Anybody try? Yes, this proposal was given by Montesquieu, the power of the division. So, the idea of the Montesquieu was adopted in the constitution, and the three organs were made: the legislature, executive and judiciary, and these organs were assigned the different duties. So, and the another change in the constitution was power to make laws for the country was assigned to the National Assembly. Yes, National Assembly, as you know, that it became the legislative body. So to make the laws for the country was given to the National Assembly. Citizens were classified as active citizens and passive citizens. Yes, this was another feature of the constitution, that the whole population or the citizens were classified into two. One is active citizens and another one were considered passive citizens. So, let's see who were the active. The men above 25 years of age and taxpayers equal to 3 days of labor wage were entitled for voting. Yes, those who were paying taxes, their tax payment should be equal to the 3 days wage of labor and were completed their 25-year age. This was the minimum age for voting. Such people were considered, such men only. Here it is written men, you will put your attention over here. This was the criteria for the men. The men who were completed 25 years age, were paying taxes equal to the 3 days of wage labor, were entitled for voting right, and these people were considered as the active citizens. Now, women and all non-taxpayers were denied to right to vote. Women and the landless laborers, peasants, other artisans and craft people, those who were not paying any tax to the state, they did not have they did not have the right to vote, and such people were considered as the passive citizens. So, in this way, taxpayers, only men or 25 years men were given the right to vote and were considered active citizens. Women were totally kept in the category of the passive citizen, and here you can see this point again, you can see that was based on the undemocratic system for what the National Assembly was criticized. They passed the Declaration of Rights of Men and Citizen rights such as right to life, right to freedom of speech and opinion, and right to equality before law were granted and established as natural or inalienable rights. Yes, the Constitution of the 1791 drafted by National Assembly started with the Declaration of Rights of Men and Citizens, in which they granted all these rights, and these rights were considered as natural or inalienable. Inalienable, the rights which cannot be taken away from the people, because these are the natural rights. When a child get birth, along with his birth, he gets these rights. So, these are the natural or inalienable rights. They were considered and were granted to the people. So, these were few features of the new constitution. Here, children, you can see this is through this picture you can see the features of the new constitution were shown here. You can see the three organs. This is the legislature, this is the executive, and this is the judiciary. Legislature, that is the National Assembly, and here you can see this is the National Assembly, in which there were the 745 members, and these were the electors. Who were the electors? They were the 50,000 men, and they were the electors who were paying taxes and were completed their 25 years of age. The whole category citizens were divided into active and passive. These were the active citizens entitled to vote, about 4 million of a population of 28 million. When the constitution was drafted or framed, that time the population of the France was 28 million, and these were considered as the passive citizens. They did not have right to vote, and they were approximate 3 million men, women, children and youth below the 25 years. So these were the passive citizens, these were the active citizens. These active citizens were giving had their right to vote, and they were the electors. Okay, they were the